Tony, a vast majority of small businesses or SMEs are actually family-owned businesses, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. The vast majority of businesses are family businesses. Usually what you find is that a family business will start when somebody's kicked out of a job, they lose a job, or they get fed up with the boss, and they go out and try something. They find a product, they find a market for the product, and they go through what I call this enduring mixture of chaos and exhilaration when they start up. Well, sorry, just to add to that, the success rate of family business isn't all that good. In fact, only 1/3 survive through each generation, and half of those that survive are sold off.
Why is that?
The reasons why family businesses struggle is often they don't know what the issues are that they're facing, because family businesses face unique issues. Secondly, you're dealing with a emotion-based family system. We all come from families that's emotion-based. We know what that's like. And you get a very task-based business system. Now, in a family business, you're putting those two systems together. So there's huge potential for conflict.
Are there any particular types of small businesses that work best run by families, retail, manufacturing?
What works best in terms of family businesses, I think, is where people actually can take a product. And for example, they might start off with a franchise, being able to grow that franchise. Now, unless they become the franchisor, so if you're a franchisee, you typically find that business is not going to go beyond an owner-manager type situation. That's the effectiveness of it. Unless, for example, a franchisee actually gets a region that they control rather than just one outlet.
In general, do you think families have more fun working together in the same business, and is it good for relationships?
In terms of having fun in the family business, I think that one determines for oneself. So we're not going off to Disney to play there. We're actually in the business of business at the end of the day. I think that there's far greater opportunity that presents itself to family in terms of being able to get job satisfaction. Because you've got influence, you can influence it right from an ownership perspective, you can influence it from a management perspective. And I think in terms of setting those policies and and the way one goes about running it, I think there's wonderful opportunities. If there's conflicts between family members, they need to triangulate through somebody else. And so what happens is the family system is such that they're going to, unless they learn new ways of operating, they'll revert to the old way, which is maybe shouting and screaming and ranting and raving and throwing the toys out of the cot. But if that is happening, then I suggest maybe get an outsider in to actually facilitate. Maybe your accountant is the right person, or your lawyer, or somebody, a friend that is in business, just to actually help you to chair the meetings and to get things going. Because what happens is, if we're in conflict with each other, we all triangulate through that person. And that person's successful, they'll bring us back to the point where we can communicate, reasonable basis. Where there's change, there's conflict, and so conflict is normal. It's just the way that we handle it that is so important.